Hello there, my name is Rogue Potatoes and welcome back to another Warface Breakout guide. Today, we're going to be going through top 5 tips to help you instantly improve in this brand new game. We're going to go right to the point. I'm not going to waste any of your time, so let's get right into it. Tip number 1, find a good sensitivity. Now in this game, just like any other game, once you have your sensitivity down, it'll allow you to improve your gameplay. So what I would recommend to do is stick with the sensitivity that they give you. And when you're playing the game, you analyze your deaths, see what happens. If you're dying too slow, let's say you die because you can't aim fast enough, then you know to raise your sensitivity, and vice versa. If you're aiming too fast, you can't hit your targets, then you know to slow it. So what I would recommend is lowering it down around 2 lower than the default sensitivity, and then go from there. Once you learn the sensitivities from there, you can move on and really improve in this game. For tutorials about sensitivities, I have a sensitivity guide that goes through every single thing, all the dead zones, the ADS sensitivity, everything. So I'll have that video up on the screen. Tip number 2, learn the movement and the pace of the game. Now remember, this is a brand new game. It's not like Call of Duty, it's not like CSGO, it's a little bit of a mix of both. Speed-wise, remember, we have to take into consideration the time to kill, the TTK, how fast enemies die. And with that comes the movement speed of each character. So this is something slower than Call of Duty, but faster than CSGO. So remember, faster as in movement speed of how the game flows, but at the same time, you have to remember CSGO's time to kill is extremely fast. And the same thing with Call of Duty. So this game is a little bit slower when it comes to that. So you have to keep that in mind when you're playing, but you can still hold angles. I'm gonna be doing another video about holding angles and different corners that you can do and aiming down sight. But keep that in mind. You have to play slow, and that will be usually better than going right into battle every single time like Call of Duty. That's what I did at the beginning of the game. I would keep rushing, and it's not the move. The slower you play, it'll allow you to analyze the map better, be able to sit in corners, wait for enemies to pop out, and eventually you'll find that perfect speed for you. Tip number 3, find a weapon that fits your playstyle. Now remember, you have SMGs, pistols, assault rifles, snipers. My first go-to is an SMG because of its close range. The map styles are all close range, so SMG was my first choice. I have a guide for what I would recommend for the first gun that you should use as a beginner for the game. It's the Uzi Pro. I go through it in another video, but I would recommend going with the Uzi Pro to start off with, and then experiment with other guns. I've seen people use the shotgun. I don't know how to use it. Apparently some people know how to use it really well. Some people know how to use the FAMAS really well. So you just gotta experiment with the guns, but I'll be making new guides throughout these upcoming weeks about each weapon. But yeah, find the gun that works for you the best. Whatever that is, stick with it until you're ready to experiment with a new one. Because being able to have a gun that you're comfortable with will help you improve your gameplay. It'll allow you to feel better about the matches that you're playing, feel more confident in taking gunfights, and overall will just help you out in the long run. Number 4, this is a big one that not too many people realize, but the minimap is actually more detailed than you actually know. So if you look down on the minimap, you'll see when people die, you'll see X's and, well, blue X's and red X's. The red X's being the enemies dying, and the blue X's being your teammates dying. The brighter they are means the more recent that they got killed, and then they slowly fade out. So if you read that minimap as you're playing the game, it actually allows you to figure out, if you think about it, where the enemies are. And also, when an enemy fires, they actually pop up on the radar as a dark red dot or filled in red dot, and you can see their exact location for a couple of seconds. So the minimap is actually a really big tool, so always keep an eye on that. And the last tip is don't forget utilities. Sometimes you might go for the ultimate gun, the Bushmaster, the 7500 credit gun. It's expensive. If you have the cash, go for it, but what I would recommend is maybe go for a cheaper gun. You know, something that will allow you to have extra cash to buy perhaps a smoke grenade, a flash grenade, or a regular grenade, because each one of those grenades are actually very powerful in this game. The regular grenade has a lot of radius, and all you need is to get a hit marker to know where an enemy is. What I like to do is I like to throw them around corners, bounce them off walls, and then if I get a hit marker off of it, Then I know when to push or when not to push based off of that information. And the flash grenades are extremely good in this game because they can blind people for up to around 5 seconds. So don't forget your utilities. Those are very, very important, and people tend to forget about them as well. Well, I ran through 5 tips very, very fast. If you guys want more 5 tips or more videos such as this, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section as well. I'll be answering as many as I possibly can. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new. I'm Rogue Potatoes signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.